Solidarity Glasgow. I want to first of all thank the people of Glasgow and the strike solidarity organisers on the first wave of national strike action that my members took in the RMT. There was demonstrations and strike solidarity organised in this city, and that sparked a wave of solidarity for strike action that went right around the country. So I'm bringing it back here to you tonight. Thank you, Solidarity Glasgow. Yeah. We are in a crisis, they say. The crisis is very simple. The prices of essential goods for working class people are too high, and the wages, benefits and pensions that working class people rely on are too low. And these things are not disconnected. We have seen in this country falling living standards for working class people for my whole life. And at the same time, profits have been growing and growing and growing. And that is because the people that run our economy have got an ideology that means the market is king, privatisation is good, public ownership is bad. And these three things, high prices, high profits and low wages, that's the holy trinity of their religion. And these things are linked and related. We must pay 3, 4, 5 months of our take-home pay on energy because the market says so. We must pay half of our income on rent to profiteering landlords, and we can't have social housing because the market says so. We must have rubbish public services, debt if you want to be educated, because the markets say so. So they say. They talk about the market like it's some kind of great spirit in the sky, like it's some all-powerful ruler, and what it says must go. Well, I'm telling you now, we've got to pull the curtain back because the market has got names. They've got job titles. CEO. There is no mystery. There is no mystery. Profits are up because wages are down. And if you want wages up, profits have got to come down. There is no mystery. They talk about it on the news. They've got economists and commentators as if it's some kind of great mystery that no one can understand. Well, I'm telling you, it's that simple. We have to cap prices. We have to bring profits down and wages up. And we're going to get a working class movement in this country to deliver it. These people, the CEOs, the so-called market, the big multinational corporations, they're all doing very well. They're driving fancy cars. Shares in luxury goods are going through the roof. Champagne sales skyrocketing. Louis Vuitton skyrocketing. They're having a great time. And they're only able to do it because you're poor. That's the reality. And what they don't want, a mass of ordinary people in this country waking up to, is this simple fact. Without us, they've got no wealth. But without them, we can have a country fit for the people in it, and that's what I want to see. In Glasgow tonight, and in London, and in Bristol, and in any other city you care to mention, there are old people worried about the bills that they've got in front of them, who don't have social care when they're infirm to look after them. There are children who are going to bed hungry. There are parents worried out of their minds, paying extortionate rents. In every city in this country, that's the reality for working class people. And that's the reality for working class people. So, The people at the top can live a life of luxury, and we have got to change that. It doesn't have to be this way. We can do much better. And it's the same with our public services. Either we can build homes for people to live in, or we can build investment opportunities for speculators. Either we've got an education system to teach our young people, or we've got a commodity for the rich to play with. And the same goes in energy and in water and in every other industry and public service we've got in this country. They say the market must rule, but the market can't run society. It can't run the trains right now. I tell you what, it can't feed the children. The market cannot keep our old people warm. It can't, but we can. We can do that, and that is what they're frightened of. My trade union has got a motto, and that motto is unity is strength. We know our strength comes from our unity as workers standing together, and as our unity as working class people coming together. And that is why they peddle division. They want to turn us against each other. They want the railway worker fighting the nurse, the teacher fighting the bin workers. So we're all fighting each other instead of the enemy that we've got in front of us. They're trying to confuse us, and we can't let them divide us. There are members in the RMT Union, hopefully some of them are here tonight. They've been out in national strike action now for some time, and we've called 2 more days of national strike action on the 15th and the 17th of this month, and I hope you come out and visit me on the picket lines. We're striking. We're in strike action because they're telling us, the people that kept this country moving during the health emergency, after 3 years of pay freezes, there's no money for us. And every single year, millions and millions and millions of pounds is taken out of our industry. It leaves this country. It goes to tax havens. It doesn't support the people in this country. There's money for that, but they tell us there's no money for workers. Now, we've got the media against us. We've got the multinational corporations against us. We've got the government against us. But we're saying, bring it on. We're not frightened here. If you want to take us on, we'll fight you. And if you want to take on the NHS workers, we'll fight you. And if you want to take the posties on, we'll fight you. And if you think you're going to let the old people go cold this winter, we'll fight you. They tell us that we've got to modernise in the railway. What they mean by modernisation is work harder, for longer, for less money, and that's if you're lucky enough to have a job. Well, we've got a different idea about what it means to be modern. And that means you get a wage you can look after your family on. You come home safe from work, and there's jobs for our children. And we're prepared to fight for that. Are you? We're in a unique moment. We're in a unique moment. I won't lie to you. I've never had 2 halfpennies to rub together. I'm in a good job for the first time in my life, and it's down to the union card in my pocket. My father was a seafarer. He's retired on a state pension, living in a council flat that's falling down around him without the services he needs. I've worked hard in my life, and I'm lucky to be where I am. I've been elected by the people of my union to do a job. But I'll tell you this, I've been waiting my whole life, to see a moment like this, when we can bring people together and make real change, and I really believe we can do it. There's something happening out there. I can feel it. I can feel it. This time is different. This time is different. We're not going to let them have it. No more. We're not going to let them do it anymore. We're going to stand together, and we're going to make the changes that we need, and we're going to bring everyone in this country together. And I don't care what colour your skin is. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what your job is. As working class people in this country, we have got to look after each other and support each other. And I believe in this moment there's a change coming. I don't think there's clever arguments that have got to be made. And I know there's not a lot of analysis and it's important to do that, and we say this is how much the profits are and this CEO, he's got this much wages and all of that. I've heard all of that and it's important. It's important to expose that. But I don't think you've got to make clever arguments to a single mother who can't afford the electric. I don't think you've got to make clever arguments for the old people you know in your communities who are worried about this winter coming and what they're going to do. I don't think you've got to make arguments for people who face the chop time and time again at work, and every time they put their head up, they get slapped back down. I think people in this country know it's wrong. They know what's wrong. What we've got to do is get them to act on it. We've got to take action together. And that is why I want to see the broadest coalition of trade unions, community activists, ordinary people who ain't in unions, coming together, demanding change, and then being prepared to take the action to see it through. I really think we can do it, and that's why I'm here tonight. I've come up on a train. I was lucky to get here, I'll be honest with you. Everything's an adventure with this government. But I have to tell you this. In the next week or two, they will bring forward legislation to restrict the rights of ordinary people to organise in trade unions and take action. And let me tell you what's really worrying these people. It is not a wage price spiral. That is a lie. They're not worried about you or me or my members getting a pay rise this year. What they're worried about is us having the ability to get a pay rise this year and next year and the year after. What they're worried about is a shift in class power away from the corporations to you, the ordinary people. That is what they're trying to do. They want to criminalise. Their priorities in this crisis right now, their priorities is to let profits rip, let prices go through the roof, and to depress wages. And in order to make sure that that happens, they are prepared to criminalise dissent against poverty. Let's call it what it is. That's what they want to do. And that is why we've got to broaden people involved in this movement. We're going to fight them on the picket lines. Believe you me, we're going to fight them. But we've got to fight them in the housing estates. We've got to fight them in the communities. We've got to fight them everywhere. Because this time, they're not going to take the piss out of us anymore. Enough is enough. We're going to build the biggest wave of solidarity seen in this country in a generation. We're going to make sure our old people are warm in the winter. We're going to keep our kids fed. We're going to build an education system proud for our people, and we're going to do it together. So solidarity, Glasgow. Let's stick together, because united we can do it. Enough is enough.
Thank you, Eddie. Workers united will never be defeated. Workers united will never be defeated. Workers united will never be defeated. United will never be defeated. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you to all the speakers, thank you to the volunteers. On your way out, please do stop by at the Live and Rent table. Please stop by at the Glasgow Strike Solidarity table. Please go to the STUC demo tomorrow. Please go to the picket lines for Royal Mail. Please go to the picket lines for the RMT, the BT Group, and the workers and local government if they don't accept the pay deal. Good luck to the EIS and their ballot, the teachers. And let's organise for the 1st of October. Let's get on the streets for the National Day of Action and get involved in the campaign. Solidarity.